Okay, so today I'm going to still dick around with Renounce, I guess, some more because we didn't really get to enjoy it last month. And of course, these episodes are so short, maybe I don't get to do anything with it at all. I did actually buy that stupid Cthulhu Eye thing. Even though I don't play as Druid. 72 cards, yeah, so the mini set's gonna come out and I still don't really give a shit about it. They're really, milk Yogg Serrano a little bit more. It's boring? Well, that's good. This is like, I don't know. Yeah, like the way I'm playing it is at least more conducive to fun. Like, what is this twist format? Could I still play it in the twist format? I almost don't even want to, but build a deck between 30 and 40. Yeah, let's give all these a chance. I almost wanted to play it in wild, but yeah, we'll do like the PvZ hero style where, you know, I get one chance at each deck, but I'll do other things. I want to do some of my other theme decks. I just don't have enough time now. Like, I would go through Iron Juggernaut again. I would, because it has the Death Rattle now too, which I've never really used it since then. And I guess it's been a while, but I just never noticed it. I haven't used it in a while. I wanted to do some stuff like anti-spell stuff again. Like, it's hard for me to get stuck on the same decks over and over when I get stuck on the same single deck over and over. But I guess just given how little I play, it's fine. Understandable. Or sometimes I'm just too lazy to dick around with deck construction. Like, the only time I play a card game is when you see I play it on stream, like Magic or PvZ. But most of the time I spend, I guess in Heroes it's not so bad because there's only so many cards, period. But I don't want to spend the whole episode just making a deck. I want to just play. And this is one of those evergreen type of decks that's just always fun because, I don't know. Can never predict what's going to happen. At least I think all four of them have Renounce. I should maybe play for it a bit more, though, because I want to see that interaction. It's no fun just winning, like, with this normal, you know, bullshit handlock stuff. And I'm not taking advantage of the 40 card thing, but it doesn't really matter too much. Like, they're trying to imagine a card like that. It's going to be called Renathal, and everybody will hate it. Need to go soon, off to work. Okay. Gets off school and goes right to work. Amazing. So here we could use the coin to actually do it, which I probably should. Now see, you'll still have the ability to do the Twilight Drake. That's the whole beauty of it. But you wouldn't be giving up too much unless you end up playing a bunch of zero cost stuff, which I arguably should. Next hero secret costs 0. Fuck. I even just said that too. Or wait. It costs 0, but it costs 1. How come? This is always what you want, is just some defensive low-cost stuff to be able to also have Cricket. Yeah, my only knowledge of Cricket is from India, just somehow. You know, I know it's very popular in India and stuff. This will still be okay, I guess. But unfortunately, I don't know, like I even put the heal bot in there, like you're just not going to be able to survive. We're losing to an aggro priest. I should play it as a good game. I don't really play, you know, sports much. I could play a cricket video game, such until Nilkur's Super Bowl or something. I don't know what it would be called exactly. What is a slang word for cricket? We could do this. This is actually a pretty good defensive card. Or who was that one guy? Don Bradman. Don Bradman is the GOAT who had like a perfect accuracy of like 99%. Okay, that's a pretty perfect thing to do. I do know that. I brought that up in some discussion. Like, wow, that's one of the most impressive records ever. Like, where he would at least always land a hit. It doesn't mean it was a good hit or whatever. Whatever it is like way higher than anybody else's. Yeah, what is that even called? Don Bradman. First of all, who is he? He is Australian, so he should be, you should love this guy. Batsman, where does it say it? Top score 452. Yeah, batting average is 99.9. Like, what the fuck is that? In any context. And people might try to qualify it, but like nobody else did that, so right? Nobody else was even close to that. I hate when people try to do that like in other sports and stuff. Is just, oh, you know, it's because of the era or something, but everybody else was playing in that era too and they didn't put up numbers like that. Yeah, batting average, that's still crazy. Just to even connect, right? Like, it doesn't mean you're getting a home run or something crazy every time. He needed to get like 30 in his last game to get 100, and he went out for a duck. Yeah, as long as he doesn't finish rushing me down, this almost has the makings of a bot. Losing to a bot at bronze rank 9. Just the sort of robotic way that he's playing too. Okay, that's not bad. I guess I would have rather have the Senjin Shield Master thing.
I'll take some of that.
You know what a duck is? I mean, in a certain context, yes, I know exactly what a duck is, but not in the context of cricket. I'm still not dead, but Deal 1 would be probably worth it, I guess. I mean, I probably should win now, but this is the problem with the Renounced too, is if you burn out of stuff in your hand. Oh, this guy's definitely a bot. Like, just look at how robotic his movements look.
It only cost my soul.
Have a copy into your deck, okay. We could use this to kill this. We could kill this. But I almost don't even want to, but I probably should. Okay, great time to get that. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that before, actually, when we were talking about cricket. And I didn't even know he was Australian. I guess I didn't know what I thought he was, but that has got to be one of the most impressive sports records ever, though, no matter how people may or may not qualify it. Maybe I should look at that again. Like, if you look at it, right, cricket batting averages. Let's look at like the highest ones ever. Don Bradman has a 99.9. The next highest is 62. So like, what is that? And it's not like he played a show, like a small amount, right? Like, let me actually show this too, for whatever stupid reason. Here. You can trade in. We have Ice Block. I'm probably going to need it too because of what a clown show this game has been. But yeah, look. Test matches. Above 50 is considered as a benchmark to distinguish between a good and a great batsman. Highest career batting averages as follows. 99.4 down to 62, 61, 60. So all these players are really good, and they played at a, different time periods too, but nobody has even touched that. 95, 72, 74, 71. Whereas like Sachin Tendulkar or somebody like that, though. 67. He didn't play in these, but still. I mean, there's just no way around the fact that that's very impressive. Duplicate, I can't even do. Diamond Duck going out without facing a ball. Golden Duck going out on your first ball. Duck going out without making a run. Well, even then. That's all of the duck. Diamond Duck is going out without facing a ball. Okay, see you later. What does that even mean, though? Without facing a ball. Going out on your first ball. If you go to sleep, yeah, I will soon. Let me lose to a couple of these bots first. You get run out. But yeah, how the fuck did that even help me? I just made it stronger. Going out without making a run. Yeah, that one's pretty bad. Just a regular duck. Okay, that's fine. Give him taunt. Just play sort of defensively. Although I should just trade into there. No reason to really dick around with it. Why do we even have that in there? Just probably for the novelty of the format. I've also been using the Zoth for simply too long. Like, I want to change it, but I'm also too lazy to do it. Like, why is this game so long-winded and seemingly intense too? Like, even matchup makes it fun. Just because I'm a clown and I'm using a potentially bad deck, although it's not really that bad overall. Just what we got from Renounce, I guess, wasn't that impressive. I can't actually do anything about that, so I should just deal with it. Go full aggro by doing 3 damage to the face. Yeah, that did 4 at least. Yeah, that was the real problem with those bombs that made them really arguably too strong, is that they don't have a chance to attack you as well. Although then you could say, oh, then it would be bad and nobody would ever use it, but the fact that it can only hit your opponent means it's always a net positive, even if it does 1 damage or whatever. It's just too many things at that stage in the game. 7 mana, 7/7, plus a 1/1, plus another 1/1, plus a death rattle on the 1/1s that has only a positive effect. I forget what she even does. Next spell you cast this turn costs 0. Well, I guess in this case she does absolutely nothing then. Yeah, that's fine. Look at this though. We're actually going the distance, or they're actually going the distance. They're only a bot if they have the gear card back, so clearly they must not be one. Even though that probably has nothing to do with it, that's a pretty good top deck moment. And of course, I'm not dead, so that synergizes pretty well. You can be as low health as you want. Look how even matched this is. Most epic Hearthstone game ever, a bronze. Oh, that's actually pretty helpful. You know what though? Fuck it. I'm gonna play into it, showing that I have ice block, and clearly it won't bite me in the butt. You can't even kill me, first of all, and even if you cut, oh shit. Well, he still put me in a bit of a tight spot though. But no, because it was so perfectly aligned that my health value still stays intact. Look at all these clutch plays that we're getting though. I mean, obviously I have to get rid of this as much as I... You know what? Well, what is the point, I guess? I'm at 20 health. He can only do 11. Like, that's to take my chances. With only the 1 card that he has. I won't have lethal. He won't have lethal. We're just going to face, like, total clowns the whole time. Okay. That was a very fortuitous clutch draw. Like, what is happening with the game, dude? We're getting, like, everything we need to deal with exactly what's happening every single turn. This is the most fortuitous, evenly matched, back and forth, epic, intense game that you've ever seen. Not because the decks are good, but because the decks are bad. Not even because the players are good. Oh, I might not have ever heard that one, actually. My deck is barren. I have to feel like I get through a proper... Okay, first of all, we have to make sure that we get Sargeras. That's almost what I'm trying to do. And the mini set is already out. We're at level 43. Like, what if we had some rare situation where I play so little that I end up not getting it even by the end of the expansion? That would be unacceptable. Like, only rank 50 and I'm already a rank 44. And I already have the Tavern Pass thing, so it should be giving me bonus experience even based on that. Okay, we get Jiraxis, which is the better thing to play for if you're gonna win. If you want to win, but... You know, you should almost give him the honors when he appears. Right? Like, or we can kind of do both, but... It doesn't... and a lot of these cards are different in weird ways that, like, I forget, when did that happen? Right? I still think of it as only doing 3 damage. I want to do Renounce, but I also want to do Jiraxis, so it's hard for me to decide. The fact that Jiraxis doesn't bring your health back up to 15, though, or potentially down to 15, is very irritating to me. The 5 armor is dog shit by comparison. Either way, I should try to stack up my hand. We can play this little pseudo shitty hand lock, which is the same thing I was using in the format last month. But again, just as a placeholder in case you don't get Renounce or in case you don't feel like playing it. So anytime you start with Jiraxis in your opening mulligan, you should feel like that's the rule that lets you would have done more damage if you just hit your own thing. Misplay. We can get 2 of these back to back. See, it's a small. Wait, what? Or no, I guess I'll just do it. Fuck Jiraxis. Deal 1 damage. Okay, that's the worst possible thing to do here. We spend the whole month like in bronze or whatever, but again, it barely matters to me just because right now you can do some kind of good combo. Add a copy of each damage friendly minion. The Twilight Drake is a pretty instinctive thing to do, but you know, he would be inclined, like he would just ignore it if it survives. Like, why would I want it to survive though? Like, I'd rather just kill something with it. Yeah, so many people use this card, but that almost seems like a signature that they're a bot. The one with the gear on it almost makes more sense. But yeah, what does this have to do with being a bot? Or a lot of people just must like this card back, but I think that's unreasonable because I've seen it literally like a million times. So we're still in a good shape in terms of health. We will still have the Molten Giants and stuff, so maybe I don't need to worry about it. But that's why our armor is actually so good with that thing because, you know, maybe now is actually the time to do it because you're going to take that amount of damage anyway, so you may as well do it on your terms and just get rid of this shit. Which I don't want to use Brawl on that. It doesn't really seem worth it. What was that one movie I remember as a kid? Was that actually an Australian thing or was it like British? Like Dudley Do-Right or something? Just because of Australia, whatever. I remember seeing like a live action thing of it. Played by who though? Oh, was that actually him? 16% on tomato meters. Gags aren't that funny. Based on the cartoon live action follows the adventures of Dudley Do-Right, Brendan Fraser. Holy shit, dude. Not a bad actor, but he was in a lot of bad movies, I'll say. We can kill both of those and I can heal myself. I don't really have to do anything else besides that. Even as much as it doesn't seem like the greatest idea, or actually that wasn't even right. Give a minion, taunt, fine. The ultimate protector here. And of course, Rotten Tomatoes, not Rotten Tomatoes. Healbot was one of those annoying things because it's like,
can I light your
the reason why everybody used it was not because it was good, well, I mean, it obviously was good, but because the effect was so unique. Like, wow, a heal that just anybody can do for 8. Like, it wasn't a very common mechanic for certain classes to even have a heal. So, okay, this is not a great spot to be in either. You have to play something else and give them both taunt, which I could do. Give a minion in your hand, +5/+5. Wait, why is the cost reduced so much even on that? I forgot. Alright, this is a perfect play. Or you could do it with that, but let's say should not even bother. This is a pretty good play regardless. We should probably win this pretty easily. But we're getting off to a very bad start in these games where it seems like they are bots and they're just playing shitty, but we're still losing most of the way. Last game was kind of crazy, just how we would top deck whatever, exactly what we needed whenever we needed it. The Devil's card back instead of the Devil's printer, the old Twilight. I never really liked that one. That's one of the beloved episodes in the series, but I actually didn't like it. The way the Twilight Zone episodes work from like the original is the majority of them are not very good. They're mediocre. Some of them are really great and some of them are really terrible. So I can't really even say it's as good as people treat it as, but it's a hit or miss. Like Monsters Due on Maple Street is like a masterpiece that's just like better at doing what the Thing was trying to do than the Thing was, or better at, like, it's almost 12 Angry Men worthy and all this kind of crazy stuff. But then on the flip side, so many of the episodes are like just a gimmick theme. Like it's about this one subject, like, oh, an alien came to Earth and he's trying to take over the world, or whatever. This kid is taking over the town because he has like magical powers, which that one's pretty good. I forget what it's even called, but it'll have like a gimmick, but there won't be that much depth to it because you can only fit so much depth into a 24 minutes or whatever TV show. But Monsters 2 on Maple Street plays like an actual high quality movie. It actually has an unironically better script than a lot of films. Just all the distrust between everybody, just the way it's structured, the way it ends. It's actually incredible. Let me just keep being paranoid about my... First of all, I should just re-roll something just because I can, but... Yeah, definitely I'm not getting the N'Zoth here, which I don't even like how he looks that much. But... That's like a blood gem that the fucking Razorfen people use, the Quillbore. This is what it looks like, at least. But we will get Sargeras. And I did get the Druid thing, and I do have N'Zoth, the regular N'Zoth, so... Druid, Mage, Shaman. If we do some of those quests, clearly that should be enough to push us forward, at least. 5 games, this isn't even counting. Use your hero power 50 times. Like, they're not that hard to do, but how little do you have to play to actually get to that point? Or to not get to that point? Yeah, this is kind of one of those games that I would play in some form until it goes offline, which has very impressed me that not only is it still around, but it's still so popular. Or again, maybe I'm reading into Twitch too much, but it still had like... How many viewers did I have? I don't even know now. It was like 14K or some crazy amount, like 11K. And I don't get why Arc, just before this, my previous category, had like 70K people in there. It must just be because either some big streamer is doing it, like XQC is playing Arc, or it could be because Ascended is coming out, so maybe it's just before it comes out, or maybe it did just come out, or maybe that would be in its own category, though. So if I don't get Jiraxis, I should play Renounce. Even if I do get it, I probably should play it. That was almost the rule I was using. If I get Jiraxis in my opening hand and not Renounce, I'll do Jiraxis. If I get Renounce in my opening hand, I do Renounce. If I get both of them in my hand, I still defer to Renounce and do that. So there was still a scenario where you were allowed to play something else, even though this is meant to be like, or at least it was meant to be, try to get to Legend with just the one, you know, just Renounce. And not just with it in your deck, but actually actively using it is kind of the thing. Right? Anybody can just get there with one copy of it just in your deck, period. Yeah, I never understood the appeal of those 24-hour streams. Speaking of Emily DC, just like, you know, what is the point? Why is anybody watching that? At some point, they started to do it just as a meme, maybe like, oh, haha, look at this person streaming themselves every hour of the day in such a contrived way, but it just doesn't seem to have much value to me, at least. It's like a reality TV show, but it's not even scripted, so it'll be completely boring. Like, you know, who really cares about every little mundane thing you do? At least there they highlight it and sort of cut down to only the best parts, basically. Wow, this guy has a better idea than the fucking mage last game. All you had to do was ping it. That's one way to do it. You do have Mortal Coil, though, perfectly set up for that. And then we do have Renounce. Do I have enough mana to actually do it? I guess that should be good enough. You get to be a druid. Just get some sort of board presence down. You're not trying to prove too much here. After you summon a beast, give it +1/+1. Okay, that's still kind of slow, though, all things considered. Is it me or just everybody either seems like a bot or they seem like just really even worse than usual, even for a bronze sort of scenario matchup? But this game must be doing what PvZ Heroes does, where it matches you against anybody just because it would take too long otherwise. So like a rank 20 can play a rank 40 Or like I'll be playing a legend rank player here, even though I'm in bronze rank 9. So basically this 40 health thing is interesting to see how much people really take advantage of that. I should do those two together, but the problem is I can't do them because transform into a 7/7. I'm gonna be summon a beast. I mean, it should be a beast once it turns into that. Or maybe I should have done, I don't know. I should have just sacked that into it first of all. One instance where you almost would like to have life tab, where it is all about getting your own health as low as possible. It's weird that this is the best thing I could come up with for the format, just the fact that you were allowed to play as it. There's so many other things, or even my style of play wouldn't be like that anyway. Like, I'm trying to just renounce and clown around, but I am really tired. I could pass it off as like a drunk stream if I were to slur my words or something, but just because I'm like literally half asleep though. All I want to do is get Sargeras, then it'll all feel right from that point. Now you can heal because you at least got one of those out, but I guess you don't have to because you could be looking for the other Molten Giant too. So we're still undefeated today in terms of these matchups. I only played that one guy, and then whatever. Maybe these double categories are difficult for me to do now, but that would be right to get rid of them. In fact, I couldn't. Like, I would have to do. Like, there are certain games that I want to play as an ongoing basis no matter what. This will be one of them. I wouldn't stop playing it at least once a week in this form until it goes offline. Magic, I kind of want to do like that too, where I just want to, you know, keep building on my collection, take an incredibly long amount of time and stuff like that. But it's just like,
I have no time for games.
didn't really take me that long. Or if I do those quests, at least they'll give me one level each, at least one rank. Reward tracks are kind of an insidious, stupid thing. Daily quests, first of all, are too. Like, they're trying to get you addicted to the game, so you play it every day, right? Oh, you have to log in to get your daily bonus, so it gets you in a routine and kind of locked in, and just very addictive sort of intent that they have behind it. And then the flip side beyond that is just, okay, we can't do anything with that. The Black Knight would actually be pretty good here. In fact, he's just dead. Not even paying attention. Oh yeah, we gotta get the stupid pumpkin card right too. I can't believe I bought that one in Magic. I waited a whole year for that thing. For the stupid skeleton to come back on the shop in Magic that I almost did like a permanent format for last year. Like, oh, if I don't get the skeleton, I have to do it in my account. So, some of the silliest formats I do come up with. I didn't actually follow through with that, obviously, but
Versus Malfurion. I must protect the Fire Lord.
I feel your roots in the deep, awakening the nightmare.
quite a long, or he just said everything very slow. I feel like he's trying too hard though. See, Cthulhu I like because he's just kind of talking in his low voice, whether that's because he's in a weakened state or that's just actually how he sounds. But I don't know if Yogg had been mentioned like in the early, some of the old gods were sort of mentioned explicitly, so there's some sort of good lore consistency, or maybe not specifically, but just generally, like in Warcraft 3, you would sort of see the old gods' minions and stuff, and Najara was trying to kill the orcs or whatever, but you go like this. Yeah, these are basically very underwhelming episodes. Good thing I don't upload them to YouTube, but actually I have been doing that. I've been keeping up with it very much. So let's just try to get to silver, and let's try to... I don't know, I gotta fix my schedule somehow, though. I can't do things like this. You'd rather do this to draw into a shadow spell, I guess. Like, either... I don't know. I can't really do it any earlier, just the way I'm going now, but... It is tough to do it like this. And I hate feeling like, oh, it's a pressure, like you have to do it, but I like doing it. It's just, you know, hard to find the time to do anything these days. I'm not even that low on health, so I don't really have to worry about it. I'm almost avoiding playing Renounced now because it's like I'm playing for value and curve and this and that. But it doesn't mean you can't do it later. There should just be some sort of lock-in thing, though. If you start with it in your opening hand, you should have to do it just right away. It really does take on a form of like a drunk stream. Like I'm sort of going, there's certainly no rule or anything against even that, but it's like you're kind of drifting in and out of consciousness a little bit where you're sort of half asleep. So I don't even know exactly what I was just saying sometimes, although sometimes that happens anyway, just because I'm so fucking stupid. But okay, Paladin's a good class. Basically, the best classes to get are like, you want to get a Paladin because you can get some heals. You want to get a Priest for some heals. You want to get a Warrior potentially for armor, although I don't think generally Warriors are that good in it. So you just want somebody who's going to have some zero cost cards that you can play like right away, so you don't feel like you're behind the 8-ball. And then like you just spam a bunch of zero cost that they give you, or very low cost stuff, or they I don't know. Just anybody who can heal and stall the game out. So Paladin is actually a great one to have. But 5-1 was reveal. You could just do you could do that again. Alright, I forgot that. Holy shit. In my hands, daily quest turned into weekly quest, and weekly quest turned into monthly quest because it would take me that long to actually do it. Okay, that should be easy enough to deal with, though maybe it's not. Nothing I can use on that. This is okay. Change all enemy minions attack to 1.
The veil reigns.
I don't know what should I even do here. Probably not the best play, but who cares? Kill this, kill this. It's kind of boring how much we've actually seen Cthulhu. And I'm not even talking about that sexy avatar that I paid $25 for, but I mean paid, not played. But I don't know. Choose one, yeah. That is actually a fascinating criteria. Do a 24-hour stream or do like super, whatever, long streams and try to see, not that you should really do that, it's unhealthy, but just see how long you could remain lucid and cohesive and things like that. Who wins that? I wonder if I could pass it off like that. I'll upload it to YouTube and say, oh, this is my first drunk stream ever. This is my first, you know, just another drunk stream. But I wouldn't do that kind of thing anyway. Or maybe there is some sort of ruling on it. But that's not that big of a deal because it certainly won't kill me, although it might be close. Get rid of this cloud. I almost just desperately need some taunts or something that you're not going to be able to get at this point anyhow, but generally it's pretty good. You're gonna get a lot of healing stuff without them having to, you know, really, I don't know.
Are you my master?
I think this deck has done really good actually. It's been undefeated so far. Right, which is not really that many games, or maybe I'm jinxing it right there. It's still possible. Give me that sort of fortuitous timing that you've done so many times.
None.
Get rid of that.
Gotcha.
That I don't need to do. One doesn't really help me either. Are you serious? You're really gonna lose to that?
Give that one time.
It's not even hooked in yet though, because so it doesn't matter.
The feast of souls.
That is actually amazing. Like you're in such a state that you're like half awake, half asleep. So it really is like whatever you're saying, you're not really even self-aware of. Kind of like I'm the average person because I'm just an overthinker anyway. So ordinary people don't really care what they're saying, but you can't even process what you just said or what you're saying as you say it. We'll give all 4 of these decks a try, or at least if they lose, we'll move on to the next one. But again, I could play for Draxus here, and I wouldn't mind. It's kind of impossible to do both because you don't want to lose the hero power off of it. You have to keep yourself at a very good health rate, but see, even if you were to do that, it's so much damage that you're accounting for. Like, oh, I'll keep my health around 15, and then I'll do this. Oh, look at this. Somebody else who wants to have fun, too. But I'm not even using him in this one for some reason. Only, like, one of them has him in there. He's obviously not good, but he's very good to me. Not even like good as in, oh, I always get lucky with what he gives me, but I mean like, it seems fair. Okay, do this. Oh yeah, the old school curse lock, dude. You be giving me the fucking abyssal curses or whatever that you do in the deck I got to legend on. Which is kind of already old news, but that's still worth it. Like, that was gonna be annoying regardless. But that kind of I still can't believe how long that one bug lasted, the renounce stupid thing. Like, yeah, that's just Blizzard renouncing fun, cross off darkness and put fun in there instead for a thumbnail for one of those episodes. Like, you knew.
From the void I come.
Okay, we have like Shadow Flame it. There's no reason to really do much of anything though. You could just give it a taunt.
My shield for Argus.
To be reasonable. Yeah, I almost wanted to make a deck that combines all of those, like the Reform Curse, all these hardwire.
Total corruption. Total power.
This is kind of amusing. I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. I've been tired in some of these, but this is kind of funny, yeah. Like being pretend drunk, but I'm not even pretending. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Like I don't have the inner monologue. Like it's just kind of, you know, whatever I'm saying is just what I'm saying. Now I know how it's like to be an ordinary person because again, I am just such an overthinker, which isn't even necessarily a good or a bad thing, but it's just a distinctive trait. Okay, can you please just I should watch this back and see what are some of the things I'm saying, and then you kind of randomly, I don't know, I lose my train of thought. I said I don't know like a lot, I wish he had one more attack. That would be very good. Or even this is giving him too much lifesteal capability, but that worked out pretty well. There might not be any way really to make use of this, so it wasn't even really worth it then, I guess, because you're gonna lose it anyway, so you may as well just have traded it to the other one.
You face Jaraxxus, Gul'dan, Lord of the Burning Legion.
That is what I was playing for too, but he's in more of a vulnerable spot, so maybe I shouldn't even bother doing it. Like, I hate to do it, but bring more shit out here. Right, fuck, I should have just done that. If I was gonna do that, I should have just done it before I did the Molten Giant and get a discount. Problem for me now is I'm not going to have the time necessarily to play it, but then again, my board is pretty imposing, so that's the one downside of Jaraxxus, is just it can be sort of a slow dead turn play, and I don't feel like it ever needed to be nerfed really, but this way, giving him the 5 armor and all this shit. That I could just ignore, or maybe I actually really shouldn't. Would have done 8. You don't want to take a chance that he can slip through with 5 or something. Yeah, imagine losing his Jaraxxus to a Warlock who isn't even Jaraxxus at all. You still, oh shit, look at that. Can you not do anything about it? What a fortuitous moment. That is one short. Yeah, I was gonna even say you don't deserve to win, whoever this guy is. He will show you there, but whatever. I don't mind how it shows this, but I do mind how they seem to have given up either on the matchmaking or that they at least gave up the visual feedback of seeing when you would need that. Come on, just give me a rank 50, dude. Yeah, one of them there, one of them there. You can ray a class I never even used. 46. Man, why does it take so long? I guess I'm spoiled by the fact that I expect it to be benefiting from some sort of other boost that you get, but this is gonna be hilarious. Or maybe I even say something that I'd regret, so if I upload it, I could get myself in trouble, but that's like a plausible deniability defense at least. Like, I didn't know what I was saying. I'm just saying random stuff, kind of like every other streamer in the world, but I never like write stuff down even for my intros and all, but I always have this sense of like I go over it in my head. So I did that with the Harry Potter intro. Is very long but very good, talking about all kinds of subjects, social Darwinism, and how like nothing should be censored because it wouldn't need to be. If people think it's bad, then they wouldn't buy it or look at it in the first place. If it's an age moderation issue, that's something different, but the point is that I forgot. No, it's just like going in with a certain train of thought and different ideas you want to discuss. Yeah, what would be like some of my longest intros because of that? The Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy. I talked about the whole controversy surrounding it and why a game that seemingly has at best a superficial relationship there is not going to, I don't know, is going to make itself so hard to get. That's fine. That saved me a couple times just when he keeps giving you twisting others back to back. Almost as if that was the only thing in your deck, but maybe there's some other way to flip that. Yeah, these 4 decks are mostly the same. They just have a little bit more emphasis on Jaraxxus support or something like that, maybe. Okay, that I can't do. That I can't do. Be like 1 damage short, even if I did that, and then speaking of just random half asleep comments, like, you ever seen one of those board game boards that's like for like the town that you live in? So like you're in New York City and you'll go to a store and it won't just be generic Monopoly, it'll be so crazy how long it even takes to get to rank 50, or how long it would take to do anything, but people don't consider it long because they just play this all day every day, or be like the one primal focal point. Maybe I've spread myself a bit thin with some of these things, but it's still just the sheer number of formats, the fixed days for the formats. I could always just change it, but I don't like to just do that on a whim either. I wouldn't exactly vouch for my level of play here either, but it's because I am doing sort of just random stuff, things that seem like curve-ish. Okay, that's still going to take some trading in multiple times over. Why would you give up that?
My eyes are open.
I don't mind it being like a little late sometimes, but this is getting actually ridiculous. I can't even do anything, dude. I'm so fucking tired. You'd think Sunday is one of the best days for me, but it's not. Or like Twitch actually seems jacked out, loaded. Like this game had like 10K plus viewers. Arc had like 70 plus K, like 78K. Unless it's bugging out, that just seems crazy. One of the categories I used yesterday was actually bugged out, just for PvZ, switching to PvZ heroes. But then PvZ has like its own category now that's not listed or categorized like anywhere else. It doesn't even have a picture to it and stuff. I just love how the integration of any sort of meta capability comes in. Like, oh, we have a deck tracker now. We have all these kind of add-ons that you'll probably be using, but it's gonna be for personal. It is a fascinating thing to see. Like, okay, this is at least a good time to arguably play it. You can do that. You can get rid of this. It's not fun though because you're not getting up to 15. Because the point with that is you would deliberately let them get you as low as possible and then do it. So you're treating it like a heal basically of like 10 or close to it. It's not like there's a rule that I have to only play this once a week, but generally I barely have time for the formats I do anyway, so it'd be very hard for me to do that. You didn't even get the bonus from this. And I mean, either way, it's the same exact thing, not the same, you know, value obviously for the cost, but this is only for 2, so even if it is a little difficult to do that. Only time for the mini set, so it's not like I have to rush this Sargeras thing, but I just wanted to free up this deck a little bit. Let's go here. Actually, the Twilight Drake is amazing for stuff like that because it's just health value, so just give it there as a stat stick taunt that they have to get through first. I always love these little fake out motions they do. Like, he's obviously doing the BM and troll. Like, let me look, I'll do it to this, or I'll do it to that. Or maybe it's just not used to doing it like that. So we would have the 2 more here left. I don't know whether I should even back too high from this. I mainly just want to see renounce, but by the time I do that, it's already over because you're just going to get destroyed if you try to do it, or I can't believe that was the one thing I missed. The card bag that was like Tranquility, like the little fountain one with the fish and the whatever. That one was so good, but somehow I just wasn't playing Constructed at all that month. I was focused on the other permanent game mode round robin, basically. Hey, Lemon, how's it going? Chess.com, Burger King, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Sonic movie, Geometry Dash, modding Minecraft, Jenny mod, a peanut butter jelly sandwich with a pickle on it, and the Moai emoji. I don't know what the fuck that means, but Chess.com bought out Burger King and now they own them. And they got a stake in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Sonic movie. The only good thing about the Sonic movie was Jim Carrey, supposedly. But I like that, how it's sometimes a reversal. People go in saying, you know, oh, that's a bad idea, that's going to ruin it. And that, like, even with Ben Affleck's Batman, best debate topic ever, or I'll refund it because that doesn't really count. There's so many topics mentioned, but I can't really decide which one would be suitable. Or like just in general. I'll go one by one since I'm like half asleep and I can't even think. I'll just like cobble together some points with each one. The chess.com is a good site, but it's costs money to like analyze stuff. So LeChess is better on the basis that you can analyze as much as you want for free. Chess.com, you have to pay for it. Do all of them. It's one continuous sentence. Well, I don't know how to combine them into one, but we could do, oh yeah, like why did they change this art? Because it was too sultry for the succubus. Just make her look less sultry in there, but this has nothing to do with it. This is more like a Fell Hunter that you would have to do with taking away mana and stuff like that. This is probably the most tired I've ever been during a stream. I don't know, like I can't even remember what I'm saying 5 seconds ago. All I want to do is get to rank 50 and get this fucking clown hero. Okay, so chess.com is good, but it has that flaw of you shouldn't have to pay for it. The best asset of chess.com is actually the simple fact that just a name, because that name would be worth a lot, period, just to have it be chess only. Yeah, that's fine. Burger King, I like. Actually, something weird happened lately with Burger King for me. Just like I always used to get it on and off. I'm a big fast food eating out type of person. But the last like 20 times I've gotten it have not been good. And I've gone to like different branches too. Even like just, I get the same thing, like chicken fries and stuff. It's been bad like every single time. Maybe not terrible, but I don't get how it can be so consistently wrong. Or like, yeah, how about KFC? What do you think about those wedges, getting rid of wedges? One of their best menu items, one of the most unique, best things out there in fast food. For them to get rid of it is such a moronic move.
Time is money, friend.
Just such a waste. Is he gonna do some kind of OTK shit to me? Yeah, Burger King is generally pretty good. I love the onion rings. I like the chicken fries. One fast food that I'm surprised I like so much is actually Dairy Queen. If you've ever had their chicken, like it's some kind of honey barbecue sauce and tossed thing, it's such good quality chicken. It's actually better than like restaurant chicken. I've had like fine dining fucking $40 meals that are not as good as that chicken. It's like white meat, very soft, like it's so good. Who would fucking expect that Dairy Queen of all places would have such good chicken? Hashtag ad, except it's not, but that's the kind of thing I wouldn't even mind sponsoring. But the problem with that is, even if you're a big streamer and you did sponsor it, then they let it get to their heads, and then once it becomes popular, they'll cheapen the recipe and try to exploit people or something very half-assed like that. So yeah, LeChess is better than chess.com, and Dairy Queen is better than Burger King for food too, not even for dessert stuff. I don't even like, you know, ice cream and stuff like that too much. Can we just win a couple games easily? Like, why are you giving me a hard time? I don't know why I even did that. Add a random beam into your hand. I can't even kill it now, can I? Wouldn't even matter, I guess. I'm playing really badly too, even worse than usual.
A mistake.
Super Mario Bros. Movie seemed to make a lot of money. Anya Taylor-Joy is the big standout thing. I haven't even seen it, but it did very well. Maybe it redeems the failure of the John Leguizamo original movie where it was so terrible with Dennis Hopper and stuff, the real-time one. You finally get one that does justice to the franchise and redeems that. And basically, you know, it made a lot of money, and it makes you think that Anya Taylor-Joy's star is shining so brightly that she'll be in like every movie ever that you see. Because I wasn't expecting her to be in a role like that, but just she's gonna get every role, and the only roles that anybody else gets are the ones that she turns down. She's just such a big superstar at such a young age, even. You could do maybe like this, and then pretty sure if there, make an alternate titled One Loud Gamer would be epic. I actually think I'm relatively loud now. Just my style has been like I'm just talking at a more normal level, or I'm even always projecting because I am so quiet. I don't think I sound quiet now at all. Or yeah, make one silent gamer where I just do 24-hour streams where I don't even say anything. Like Emily CC, just like constantly show everything I do, reaching my final form. So, yeah, Super Mario Bros. Movie seemed to be a generally positive thing. The Sonic movie, again, Jim Carrey is the only notable thing about it, I guess. Although they made like, what, 2 or 3 of them somehow. The one thing that seemed weird, I've only seen the ads and stuff, or a couple scenes with Jim Carrey, where I love the ending. I've seen that. Rock Reconnaissance, he throws the rocks and he imitates the guy's voice who sounds just like Eggman. But basically... why isn't he like in the bigger suit, or why doesn't he look bigger, right? Jim Carrey's too skinny to be Eggman, but maybe they add that in a later movie. Like, I don't know how they did that. Like, he's just a skinny, thin guy that looks nothing like him aside from the beard and the clothing and stuff. But you wouldn't have thought that it would be such a successful thing on that basis, but people love Jim Carrey in that movie. Geometry Dash, modding Minecraft. I assume that one's together. Modding Minecraft is one thing. Geometry Dash is another. I've never played Geometry Dash. I guess I've used the P set on Lichess. Oh yeah, that's another good thing about Lichess is it has like all these custom P sets that you can... Everybody's using a 40 card deck. Exactly. Like, why not somewhere in the middle? There's all these custom P sets you can use, which is not entirely to the credit of the site. It just doesn't prevent you from doing so the way that chess.com actually does, because they somehow think, oh, this is like some way to work around and create some sort of cheat. Yeah, I don't know much about Geometry Dash, and maybe I should try it. Modding Minecraft, I'll say more about modding in general, because I haven't played that much of Minecraft either, is that I generally don't like modding because it sort of opens a can of worms. It's a good thing, because, oh wow, it gives you so much content and there's so many interesting ones, and you know, fans will come up with these amazing ideas, and it's just free content. But it's also a sense where, okay, well, I actually do renounce here. It's also a sense where +1 for each other beast you control, your other max +2 attack, so that's not really going to come into play as an effect. I generally don't like modding for that reason. Like, I saw that in Torchlight 2. You just keep making, oh, there's all these different custom classes that people made. So I just get to like level 1 to 5 on each one. And there's like 1,000 different ones or plus. And you just keep doing it over and over, and like you get kind of lost in it. So it's like an old school boomer argument. Like, oh, I prefer TV to YouTube or computer, watching stuff on the computer, because it's easier to choose what to watch. But all the computer does, you could watch exactly what you're watching on the TV on the computer, but you can't watch what you're watching on the computer on the TV, at least not guaranteed whenever you want without ads, things like that. And so the point is that they like less options because it makes their choice easier, but you could have more options and still make the same exact choice. So there's a sort of artificial weird element to that. And beyond that, use this as sort of a semi-removal thing. And then you could also put this down and get the taunt from it. Get rid of one of these. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, we get it. Oh, now I have to scroll up actually because I lost the thing. Or no, I can still see it. So yeah, modding in general I don't like, and the reason why, again, it doesn't mean it's bad. It's an objective positive. Some of them are amazing, I'm sure, but you kind of get lost in it. Like, I take my time so much with games that like I wouldn't need to mod. I played Skyrim over 1,000 hours with no mods. I think I tried like one episode where I just did it, tried a couple, and then I never tried it again. Because it doesn't mean they're bad. It just means like there's so much depth to the game already that you may as well just play it as it is until you're really fully, thoroughly satisfied. And then you can try to ruin it with mods, even though it's not a bad thing. Yeah, generally I don't like mods because of the purity of the game. Certainly not on a first playthrough. Certainly not with how much I always take my time. Do that. Do that. Do that. I maybe should have done the weapon too. 2, 4. Even these will have charge too. That's the whole beauty of it. Look at that crazy combo. Yeah, I don't even mind the 40 health thing. These games are gonna drag out a lot. What is that? Jenny mod. A peanut butter jelly sandwich with a pickle. I don't like pickles, so that's an easy one. I don't know what the Moya emoji even is. What does that say? Jenny mod. Minecraft Jenny mod. What is that even? Is that actually a thing? It's probably some... Jenny is an add-on that gives you a virtual girlfriend in the game. Well, why do you have to specify that? Oh no, it gives you a virtual girlfriend in real life. Or it gives you a real girlfriend in the game. Like, what kind of phrasing is that? Neither of those contexts makes sense for it. For a random enemy minion, I don't even care because we have so much going on here. 2, 1. Let's actually do this a little bit. I guess that could be kind of a fun mechanic to just mess around with, but they have like all these apps that I always see ads for and stuff. Like, oh, AI companion, lover companion, this or that. Just like a chatbot that you can talk to and whatever, which is, again, not everything needs to be about that. It's one thing, like, you know, it's cool just to kind of talk and, you know, see how they act and things like that. But to take it as seriously as people do, okay, this is great, but I can't do any damage to it. Be able to buff it. Yeah, people take it too far, or again, I don't really see the appeal of it that way. Go ahead and marry your AI chatbot. Peanut butter pickle. Yeah, I don't like pickles. Okay, we saw what that is. Geometry dash modding. Oh, maybe just geometry dash modding. I don't know what jokes to make. What was I gonna look at? Oh yeah, what is this one? Emoji. Oh, the stone face. Of course, I don't even know it by name. I do like it a lot. I feel like I never used to see it back in the day, so maybe it just didn't exist on here, or maybe it just was super uncommon. Considering my monotone style, you would think I would gravitate towards it a little bit more too. So just do the quest and just get to level 50 here, and I would be satisfied. Right, like that should be more than enough to do it, even with the boosted whatever rate. Did I even skip ahead as if I had lost with that deck? I guess it doesn't matter, but... Yeah, we got the card back and everything too. It's amazing how much these things change over time. I was so pissed how much these test websites have changed. Everybody thinks they're Hikaru and they want to study and shit. But even just Twitch in general is such a different environment now. In some ways it's better, in some ways it's worse. Like, certain aspects seem more active. Like, people are more active chatters, even with a lower viewer count. Things like that. Maybe it's like overly competitive now though. Like, back then it was so laid back. Like, people weren't doing it for money, or at least that wasn't the impression. It's not even like rose-colored glasses. It's just like people wouldn't care. Like you're just doing it just to do it. And then now a lot of those same people who were doing it just to do it exploded in popularity. And, you know, now they would be doing it. Now they would be doing it that way. So there's a certain cynicality versus just pure innocence of it. You just do it because you enjoy it. And then whatever happens, happens. And I know that sounds easy to say, but it shouldn't be like one of those things, right? Like, oh, I'm going to try starting a streaming career and quit my job. And if I don't make money from doing it, from streaming in 6 months or an X amount of time, then I'll just stop doing it. Like, that's such a shallow way to look at it. Like, why not just do it because you want to do it? And then that's kind of a bad use of it, but whatever. You know, if something good happens, fine. If it doesn't happen, then, you know, still keep doing it because you enjoy it. But that's why I'm such a creature of habit. Like, either I won't do it at all or I'll do it like every day and arguably for long periods of time, although I don't have that luxury now as much to do that. It's like being really hungry, being really tired. After a while, it just kind of, you get used to it and your body just gives up. So then you become numb to it. So like now I'm not as tired as I was like 10 minutes ago. Because my body has this physiological response. Like, oh yeah, he's staying up late to play a video game. So we can totally deal with that. If only you had told me before. I thought I was doing something unimportant. We're gonna get to silver rank. At least that's a great triumph. Jade Telegram. Yeah, everybody keeps using the same shit even in these twist modes. It's certainly not a twist what you're gonna be facing. Some Jade shit, it'll be some Cthulhu thing. Yeah, as much as I like how long the ARC playthrough has gone on, what I don't like about it is I hate the fact that it's been so unproductive. And that's, the two kind of go together a little bit, but it's obviously my fault. Like, it's a very punishing game, but I still should have been able to do better. Okay, let's do Renounce now, which is arguably not the best time. In fact, it makes this guy's effect kind of useless. Instant minion health of 1, doesn't matter. Each time you cast a spell, get a random hunter card. Should probably save that. Yeah, definitely don't worry about it yet. There should be a card that just gives, or maybe there is, I can't remember, that just makes it like that way permanently. Because that is a very fun way to use the hero power here. At least thankfully I don't always have to wake up early, although lately I have had to do that. One of my favorite cards, obviously, in the whole history of the game, and it works so well with the counterspell or other, you know, kind of secrets that are gonna let you benefit from the effect and still keep it alive or protect it. I would like to do that, but basically what it's gonna do is give me a ton of free value in terms of just play a bunch of stuff and then give your minions Death Rattle. You get another one. Do it again. You get another one. Do it again. You get another one.
In my sights.
So I guess that was kind of worth it, but not the greatest play. Or the problem is now if you just clear my board, I'm only going to get one web spinner thing from it. Get a beast when this dies. So stupid. Although this is one of the best scenarios to ever be in with the Renounce, because I always complain about how you run dry on cards, especially with a class like this. When 2 copies of 2 beasts in your deck that cost 3 or less, sure, we could do that plus this. 3-3-1-1. Echo Adapter Time Lost Raptors. I don't know what they were doing with this whole Caverns of Time type of shit, because that'll dominate and influence the meta so much. Like, oh, we have this cool idea, let's make an older format where you can play like Twist and Mean Series of Gadgets and up to a certain expansion. Also, let's add new cards to that format. Well, what's the point of that then? Like, the whole point is to play this old school format in the first place. Get King Crush from that. 7-6 is not bad though, actually. Do this, do this, That is such a stupid card. Like, deal 3 to a minion and face. Like, why would you ever want to do that? And for 5 mana too. Like, this is one of the worst cards in the whole history of the game because it's just not necessary. You want to do either one or the other, or just do more. Do like 6, like a fireball, or I don't know. It seems like they were kind of giving up and phasing out the hero cards, but there was one that they seem to add here. It makes it kind of feel weird now. Because if they do it like that, then every class is going to, or only one class is going to have them. I forget which one even was supposed to have been added here. I'll look at it after this, maybe. That is one of the coolest mechanics in the game, but it does lead to certain balancing issues. 2 minion plus 1 attack. 12 minions attack and health. Doesn't matter really. This is okay. What else is there? Like, nothing's really too consequential here. Do this. I get to draw as a result of it. We'll get another one of those. It's not a very hard condition to reach, but what you get from it is arguably not going to be that good. There's a lot of low-cost, kitty sort of beasts. Yeah, that's a pretty sick art update. And of course, like a true DK, he's got no shield. I don't see what would just be preventing a Death Knight from theoretically using one. Like, they obviously wanted to make it feel distinct from other classes, but it seems like something they should be able to do. They'll just use their second weapon as a shield. Okay, that's fine. Let's try this. Could give it charge if it doesn't already have it. Father attack and health. That's a pretty good use of it, actually. That'll fuck them over later. We'll get something from that too. You get this. Get charged. Do that.
Use that one time to make ready.
To make ready or to get ready. Oh, fuck, I should have done that a little better. I forgot that. I swear, it's not because Hearthstone's such a boring game, but just because it's so... It's not even that, oh, it's so late for me. It's that it's a combination of that and having woken up early last couple days and doing sort of the same thing. I always would prefer to do it in the morning. Like, I'll come early and do a stream in the morning. Then I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day, but I don't do that anymore, obviously. Hurry up. Why do these people play like it's such an intense, life-changing experience? Like, yes, even there you still get the value. That's the beauty of it, even if you try to remove it. And I feel like at some point, and maybe they changed it or whatever, this would also get buffed. It wouldn't just get summoned from the act of playing one spell, but even the same spell that they first played to summon it would also give it the buff of like +2. I remember that distinctly. They'd probably just say that to... Sleep walking, more like sleep talking. Do this shit. Get rid of that. Like, how hard is it, man? Just give me rank 50, please. Which it won't even give me that from this one. Still better than fucking actually sleeping on stream for 8 hours. But that was something that you certainly couldn't have done before. In fact, there was some sort of rule I remember, like, even if you're AFK, you have to put up an overlay, right? Like this. You would have to indicate somehow you're AFK, or I always consider it like if you have a pause button in the game and you're on the pause menu or like the title screen, that should go without saying that you might be AFK. Like, you just paused it in the middle and something happened, but Go like this. Play that a couple times over. I don't know how much good it's going to do, but go and shield poisonous stealth. I mean, you can keep doing it, and we'll even do this impossible sort of curve play. Ooh, that's really good. Look at that. Wind Fury stealth 4-1. That should be impossible. If you deal with that, you deserve to win. Like, I'll just... Well, I mean, you would just need an AoE. I'm thinking exactly the same thing. Enough of this unsatisfactory episode, or we would need at least one more for... we need one more for whatever the next thing is. Silver. 48. We didn't even get anything there. Your hero power 50 times. I don't know. Let's just try to get to silver. Okay, last game. I was trying to use Renounce, but it's not giving me always the greatest pulls on it. The fact that that was bugged basically the whole last month is a big affront, because you might say, oh, it's fixed now, or oh, you can just deal with it, just go home or something. But you shouldn't have to deal with that in the context of...
Nazor versus Jaina.
Knowledge is power.
All eyes shall
If
be.
we win this when we get to silver, we still won't get to rank 50. So I'll basically be doing this the rest of the fucking expansion, because it just came out. Right, like, these mini sets sort of creep up on you because I don't really pay attention or care about them too much, or it seems like a bad business practice among many potential ones. Just like... Yeah, I won't be able to do those daily quests, weekly quests, whatever things they are. But I wouldn't mind getting to silver after all this effort. It'd take me the whole month to get from bronze to silver. And sometimes at the pace of how some of those decks are, just so bad. Getting hard stuck at silver 9 or something with the Iron Juggernaut back a couple years ago. Like, what's the point of it if you... Okay, this is good. Like this, doesn't matter what you really discard. Yeah, that's a good way to show sort of the way that, let's say, streaming culture has changed. Anything mass produced or in the highest quantity is sacrifices value for it, right? Like it's worse than if you just did it more methodically and took your time and things like that. The fact that everything is mass produced and overextended objectively hurts its quality, including, I don't know, technology, things like that. And then the other side of that is just, okay, let's put this guy down. Deal damage equal to this minion's attack to all other enemy minions, so it'll just be, you know, you'll do 2 just to the primary first one. Why are you taking so long, dude? They're trying to use that, actually, the sleep gambit. Trying to lull me to sleep by just how slow and boring you are. An interesting, exciting new hard mode challenge format. Like, how long can you, or how well can you even play something when you're literally on like 3 hours of sleep or something, apparently, short like that. Oh, did I forget to even get rid of that? What the fuck am I doing? Still, my riveting commentary throughout all that makes up for it. It's not like anything exciting happened. I was just showing. Oh wow, how long has that been up for? I was just showing that to show that it's basically like that was something you needed to have. So how could you have done like a 24-hour stream that you basically just, you know, are on all the time? So it's just become more normal. And forget about even whether it's allowed or whether it's okay in that sense. Just even on a preferential level, why do people care so much about stuff like that, or why would they want to follow it? Just everyday mundane things. Come on, just speed run this trick down. It doesn't matter. We won't get the level. We won't do the daily quest, but whatever. I was just trying to get it out of the way, and then I could focus on my other fun decks for the rest of the month or whatever, the rest of our existence in this game, because that's what I always do. Iron Juggernaut is 30% of what I played. The spell thing is like 20% of what I played. Anti-spell. I mean, those are just random estimates, but it's just crazy how much that station have it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Jiraxis would be treated as a minion then, obviously, because if you have the 13 health and you pull it out of your hand, it would have 0 now because we just have the 5 armor. That's fine too. I could do that. You do have a secret. Totally unnecessary thing. Someone wanted the random cause. Yeah, imagine doing a 24-hour stream, but I guess at least in the schedule sense, like they can sleep to overcompensate. It's like they'll sleep till 1 o'clock the day before, then they'll stream all night, 24-hour stream, then they'll sleep another 12, 15 hours. So there's ways to maybe do that, but if it has no duplicates, which it does, obviously. I do have the hero of this. I have so many heroes that I haven't used actually, or at least a couple, because I may be too lazy to do it.
Pay attention, class.
Okay, even if you're gonna win, just hurry up. Do 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see, we could do this again. You would never expect you would have a back-to-back like that. We're still gonna win somehow too. Only bad thing is our health value, which of course even Jiraxis would have justified, rectified, because it would have been 25. The one key pivotal win that'll get us to silver here is not even the renounce, it's just regular warlock play. That's one thing I've never done before, is actually falling asleep on stream, and then somebody would have to end it for you, or like everybody would be yelling in chat. This should be funny if you're a big streamer. Now we're getting fucking the paladin treatment here. Perfectly oxymoronic. Your silver hand recruits have +2 attack and stuff. This is good. I just get the thing, or no, I'm so stupid. Why would I leave that? I forgot my own health value. You wouldn't have just like a source of 1 damage? Surely you would. But now you've given up one already. Deal 5, deal 2. Or no, wait. No, that doesn't do damage though. You take a chance with this. Right, and even if it doesn't work, we could always... Or no. Oh, fuck. It would have been lethal, but... The heal from that is pretty good. Like, they buffed the shit out of that card. It didn't have taunt before. It didn't have the heal before. All these random changes they make to old cards are so weird. But some of them maybe stand the test of time and are perfectly balanced. Like there's only 23 cards or something that would be the same. 3 HP. I can't lose like this. Don't put all dragons from your hand in the battlefield. I don't know how much that's gonna come into play either. Keep me freeze locked down. I guess all I want to see is whether that would pop it or not, or we can have some spell to do it, but. 'So close, but it's gonna be ice walk anyway, so it's all fool's gold. Or are you not gonna freeze a random enemy? No, why can't it be that instead? So okay, so we go here. This is pretty strong, but he's never going to let me actually. After hero power is used, deal 5. Actually, that seems kind of good for.
I've got the beast in my.
That was a pretty good counter for it. Technically, what he says is always inaccurate because it's not a beast 99% of the time. It's almost like that ability should only work on beasts. Destroy a beast with 7 or more attack, but obviously not. And it was such an overcommon, overused card. Which a lot of them are just going to be stuff like that, like a meta reactive thing. Okay, this is good. This is good. Oh, fuck. You kind of know that, though, too, I guess, because your deck is going to be coming at a rebate point. Just won't even let me fucking hit you in the face once. Like, why you gotta keep freezing me or whatever? Yeah, use your hero power so I can fucking... Yeah, ping it with your hero power, so that'll do 5 to you. What? Okay, whatever, we're close to rank 50, and we're also close to, whatever, something else. Okay, see you tomorrow.